All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in a very different place for a very different episode of Number One Guitar, episode number 11. Mr. Paul Faith joins us again. You might remember Paul from number 9, where we talked about this guitar. And although it looks like this is the Gretsch guitar edition of Number One Guitar, it is not, my friends. It is the songwriting edition. And we bring Paul back for the following reasons. He is responsible for producing, instigating, producing, coming up with the idea of a one hell of an undertaking in New Orleans, featuring all New Orleans songwriters. Paul, the title of this is?
It is a New Orleans Songwriter Protest Album compilation. It is a mouthful, but yeah.
It is a mouthful, and it's brilliant. And we'll get to the compilation. We'll get to the record very soon. But again, Paul talked about these guitars, these Gretsch guitars. I wanted Paul to feel at home, so I brought this one, which I know I do play a Gibson guitar most of the time, and I do love them. But when it comes to electrics, I'm not going to say I'm not in love with this one. All right, anyway.
Thanks for having me back.
Hey, brother. Tell us about the record. Tell us what made you, it is an undertaking, number one. What made you come up with the idea? Tell us, bring us through. And again, my apologies for the crow. So.
It is, it is. It's a lot of herding cats making a record with 21 songwriters.
21.
21 total, yeah. So it is a very full double album, but in the beginning of the year, I'm a lazy songwriter, I think. I do not, I would never finish a song on my own if I didn't give myself a prompt. So I had the idea, I give myself prompts for all my songs, and so every song I've ever written, I give myself a prompt.
Taking a turn, ladies and gentlemen.
So at the beginning of the year, I kind of decided I wanted to write a protest song, and I had some ideas floating around in my head. I've had some friends do some shows where they get people together, like Kelsey, who's on the record. She did a Christmas show and invited everybody involved to write a brand new Christmas song. Lila, who's on the record, she had posted a little protest song. And I kind of had these ideas floating around in my head. So I wanted to write a protest song, and I thought I'd just put it out to some of my favorites that have come through the songwriter night that I run, and see if they wanted to join me in doing that.
20 of them said
20,
yes.
Yes.
One of these songs is yours.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes. So 21, one is mine. And I think I invited over 30 people.
Cool.
I thought half would say yes. The overwhelming majority said yes, and that's how we ended up with such a robust double album.
Were they all recorded in the same place? Were they flown in from different spots?
Good question. It
becomes a mixing nightmare.
Yes.
If that's the case.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It is everybody. The prompt was to
St. Paul Faith.
The prompt was to write and record your own. So everybody was on their own for recording. However, I did throw out, if you need a little recording help, I could probably help you out. And by me, I meant Sky Choice, my lead guitarist, who I routinely torture and volunteered to help people record their songs. So I think when all said and done, Sky recorded 5 of the 21 songs. At Sky's house. So
check out Sky Choice's music as well.
Very generous of them to do that. I was also there. I called myself the producer, and I just sat and drank beer while people recorded their songs. But
hey, in the end run, the word producer is very. It's got a wide net, and you did it. There's no other way to describe it.
Yeah.
The reason why that record exists, you produced that record. That's what occurred.
I am impressed. I will say that everybody else.
That's impressive as fuck.
Well, thank you. I will say everybody really brought their own style, brought their own, unique kind of focus to it. And then that shows up in the recording too. I think a lot of people did like DIY recording in their house. We had some people go to a studio and it's a whole studio production. We have full band numbers on there. We have solo strummers. It's a little bit of everything. So,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Before we get to those performances, the name of the record again and where we can find. I'm going to ask you again at the end of the show, but
Appreciate it.
yeah, give us the name was.
So it is a New Orleans Songwriter Protest Song compilation is the name of the album. You can find it anywhere. You can listen to music. You could look up any of the artists on it and find it via their page, or you could go to NOLA Protest Songwriters is the artist name.
NOLA Protest Songwriters.
Yeah, you could look up that.
Sweet.
And everybody, on it is another primary artist on there, on their own song. So you can find it anywhere. I'm sure if you put in New Orleans Songwriter Protest, it's gonna pop up. Yeah.
All right.
But
Okay. Back to the regularly scheduled program. This is Number One Guitar. That's the name of this podcast.
yes.
I'm going to throw a couple curveballs. Again, if you want to know about Paul and his Gretsch 19, what's the year on this one?
It is, the label's ripped off on the inside, but 52, 53, somewhere around there. Yeah.
If you'd like to hear about Paul's very close relationship with this Gretsch archtop guitar, check out episode 9. Anyway, back to the, and it's actually cool, I know, because I knew a guy who was interviewing. All right, so guitars on this compilation. I'm not gonna ask. I can't ask you about 21 players, but I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask a personal opinion question, and I invite this to all those watching. In your opinion, especially the guitar players, in your opinion, Paul, what role does the guitar play in the songwriting process?
It's good. I'd say, for me and this guitar I can speak to for sure. I think you're looking for something that inspires you. Inspires you to do your best work, or inspires you to want to pick it up and write a song on it. I don't think every guitar maybe is exciting that way. I think I have kind of become bonded to this guitar, and every song I write begins on it. And so it is a bit of I think that songwriting is, I think great songwriters I look up to, that I admire, they very much are routine oriented. They write, they write every day, they write consistently, they have a practice of writing. And I think part of that is the guitars that they gravitate to and use to write those songs. And I think that at the end of the day, they're tools. I think that might be crass because you form an attachment to it, perhaps, but it is a tool, and I think a good workman, a good carpenter, a good craftsperson keeps their tools sharp. They care about their tools, and they use them well. So I think that, for me, it is the best tool I have to create the song, and it is reliable, and I can depend upon it, and hopefully it brings a little something out.
I can attest to that. I can attest to that. There's no getting around that. You write a hell of a fucking good song. I love it.
Yeah.
Tires for Christmas is my favorite Paul Faith song. Check it out. Tires for Christmas.
It's a deep cut.
It is a deep cut. It may be, but it is a
That's
great cut, I have to say.
good.
All right, so on this, we have all singer-songwriters. I'm going to assume the predominance of them are going to be guitar players. I wish we could line them all up and have some talks, but that is not going to happen. I'm not as good at herding those cats, I assure you, as Paul Faith. Travis has enough trouble keeping my ass in line, let alone me trying to figure out 21. Jesus Christ. Anyway, all right, so we can't interview 21 people, although I do want to hear what's your take? Who on the guitar on this record? Who did something truly notable on the guitar? Certainly,
Yeah.
all due respect to every other player on the record. But in your opinion,
But we're
Paul,
on a guitar podcast. Yeah.
We are on a guitar pod. Who smoked the guitar on this thing, or who did it? Who did it beautifully? What did they do? Who's this person?
No, we have some amazing players on the record. I will say, all around. Burris up top, good friend, incredible guitar player.
Yeah, clean.
Awesome guitar player, and he has the top. I would say a notable call out, Bash Jernigan, also a close friend of mine. I really admire his guitar playing. Hell of a guitar player. Whenever I see him play, I am always amazed. He's also frustratingly the best harmonica player I've met. He is an insane harmonica player. Yeah. But incredibly nice, incredibly talented. He has a 34 National Duolian resonator guitar.
The fucking necks had no truss rods and they'd end up like that. In 1934. And it works?
It works. He got it fixed up by our friends at
here we go.
At Strange Works.
No surprise there.
Yes.
Fixed up
the
a
one,
34
the only.
Duolian. Holy shit. Basically, folks, that guitar is, it takes an act of God to make them playable. People love them, but they were made with green wood, cheaply done. But to bring that back is something else. Ben Strange again.
It is a gorgeous guitar. It's special, unique, but he plays it very well. He's talked about too of how like inspiring an instrument it is. He's like, I feel grateful. He's like, I feel grateful and inspired when I pick up this thing, and I'm like, that's the way to be. That's awesome. Yeah. So, but
a beautiful guitar, or a cool guitar, or an old guitar.
Yeah.
Doesn't play itself. You singled this guy out for his playing, not because of the fancy guitar. So what
That is
is
very true.
What does he do on?
He has his song is called "Road to Ruin." Great song. Has a great riff. It's like a riff-based song. Love a riff. He's got a phenomenal right hand. So great picker player. Great singer-songwriter too, I will say. So
I gotta make this gentleman's acquaintance.
I would call him out. There's insane players on this album, though. Of course, yeah.
Of course.
We got amazing people all over it. So.
I heard it. I have heard evidence of that. It's brilliant. All right, brother. Now I'm going to throw a curveball question at you, and it's not loaded. It is not meant to be. Certain individuals say that controversy is a good thing. I don't give a flying fuck about it. But I would like to know your opinion. If you just produced a record with 21, including you, New Orleans Songwriters. Both of us know a thing or two about Nashville and